Welcome to Jan Shakti Network. In 1922, Bengali satirist Rajsekhar Basu, pen name Parshuram, penned Sri Sri Siddheshwari Limited, a prescient tale of Ganderiram Bhattapariya, a cunning businessman who epitomized the exploitation of faith and greed. Bhattapariya, whose name translates to unscrupulous plunderer, orchestrated fraudulent schemes with a cabal of morally bankrupt collaborators. Over a century later, Basu's satire reads like a prophecy, mirroring the rise of Gautam Adani and his empire, a modern-day Bhattapariya whose empire thrives on political patronage and financial manipulation. In 1988, he launched a commodity trading firm with an annual turnover of 2.2 crore rupees. Even as Narendra Modi ascended to Gujarat's chief ministership in 2001, Adani remained a mid-level trader with 3,300 crore rupees in turnover. Fast forward to 2024, the Adani family's net worth stands at 11.61 lakh crore rupees, controlling ports, airports, coal mines, power plants and food silos. Their dominance spans pins to ports, a phrase emblematic of their sprawling monopoly. This vertiginous ascent caught global attention. In January 2023, Hindenburg Research, a US-based short seller, dropped a bombshell report alleging a decades-long web of fraud, stock manipulation and offshore shell companies. The Adani Group's 400-page rebut only deepened suspicions, failing to address 66 of 88 crucial questions. Adani's fortune peaking at $120 billion relied on artificially inflating share prices. 7 listed Adani firms saw an 8-19% average surge from 2019 to 2022, with $100 billion wealth added in just 3 years. A labyrinth of offshore entities in Mauritius, Cyprus and the Caribbean funneled illicit funds into Adani companies. Vinod Adani, Gautam's elusive brother, managed 38 Mauritius-based shells alone, many sharing identical addresses, employees and dubious purposes. Prior government probes had uncovered $17 billion in fraud. Rajesh Adani, Gautam's brother, faced diamond trade fraud charges, while brother-in-law Sameer Vora was implicated in a 8,000 crore rupees bank scam. The Adani Group's auditor, Shah Dhandharia, a 4-partner firm with 11 employees, signed off on 156 companies. One auditor, aged 23, approved Adani Total Gases reports. Leaked emails tied Adani shells to Ketan Parekh, a jailed stock manipulator, and Elara Capital, a firm linked to Boris Johnson's son. The US authorities indicted Gautam Adani and also his nephew Sagar Adani in the month of November. Allegedly, the duo had deceived several US investors during fundraisers. The SEC, US Securities and Exchange Commission, also stated that millions were paid in bribes to Indian officials to convince them to buy electricity produced by Adani Green Energy, and then provided false information to reassure US investors on the company's anti-corruption practices. This is not all. The duo was also previously being investigated over security fraud and a USD 265 million bribery scheme. The SEC had asked India's Ministry of Law and Justice to assist them in the aforementioned investigation. However, since the beginning of May, several talks have taken place between the legal representation of the billionaire duo and officials from Trump's administration to dismiss the criminal charges against him in the bribery probe. Adani's rise parallels Modi's political trajectory. During the 2002 Gujarat riots, as global investors fled, Adani embraced Modi. By 2012, he bankrolled Modi's vibrant Gujarat summit, cementing their alliance. Post 2014, Adani's empire expanded nationally as well as globally, securing Israeli ports and defense contracts under Modi-Netanyahu ties, attempting a controversial Australian coal project scuttled by public backlash, acquiring 7 airports, 15 ports, and coal blocks via state-backed loans. LIC, SBI, and Punjab National Bank funneled 30,127 crore rupees, 27,000 crore rupees, and 7,000 crore rupees respectively into Adani stocks, exposing public savings to reckless risk. The Hindenburg fallout erased around 12 lakh crore rupees from Adani's market cap, devastating state-run banks and insurers. Yet, Modi's government shielded Adani, pressuring institutions to buy shares and burying probes into tax evasion, customs fraud, and Karnataka's iron ore scams. Journalists like Paranjoy Guhotakurata faced imprisonment for exposing these dealings. The parallels to pre-Second World War corporate fascist alliances are stark. As Bayer backed Hitler and Fiat Mussolini, Adani's coffers fuel Modi's electoral machine. The BJP spent 27,000 crore rupees in 2019, around 49.82 crore rupees per seat, with 2024 estimates hitting 1 lakh crore, 55% from BJP coffers. Electoral bonds reveal Adani's tacit bipartisan reach. Trinamool, despite opposing BJP, accepted 528 crore rupees in 2022, up from 42 crore rupees, while facilitating Adani's land grabs in Bengal, Deocha Pachami, Tajpur Port, etc. Basu's Ganderiram Bhattapariya was no fiction but a blueprint. Today's Adani embodies the same ecstatic avarice, exploiting piety in power and profit. As media outlets, many Adani-owned, whitewash these dealings. Public resistance flickers in the margins. The lesson of history is clear. Unchecked Cronyism and far-right ascendancy are symbiotic. Until accountability pierces this nexus, the Bhattpariyas will reign.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to stay updated with the latest incidents. Hit the bell icon to never miss an update. We will see you next time with more news that matters. Stay informed, stay safe.